Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy to have you here for a new video. If you are not already subscribed, you can do so down below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. I just kind of came up with this idea that I'm gonna go check out this vegan grocery store. It's a fully vegan store, and see what I can get that I haven't tried before, and do a little taste test of some different items when I get home. I've wanted to go to this store. It's called Besties Vegan Paradise. They have 2 locations in LA. They have one in Hollywood and then they have one in Venice. I've been having a whole Venice, Santa Monica morning. I've moved my car around a bunch of times, been doing lots of walking. I'm at 14,000 steps already today. But I've done a lot of stuff, and I wanted to add this onto my day and see what I can go and check out at this store. This location in Venice, I believe, has only been open for a little bit, so I'm really intrigued to see what they have. I heard that they have vegan soft serve, so yeah, let's go check out and see what we can try. Okay, so we're home from the grocery store and let's get into trying everything. I'm really excited. I did get one item that I have tried in the past, but everything else is brand new to me, so I'm really excited. Let's get into it. Starting off with the item that I've tried out in the past, this is no cheese popcorn. They sell this at Erewhon. I haven't seen it there lately though, so I'm not sure. Maybe they're not carrying it anymore. But this is a Superfood Popcorn. This is the vegan cheese and Himalayan pink salt flavor. It's really, really tasty. It has a strong nutritional yeast or nooch flavor, which is hence the name. And I really like this. I haven't had it in a long time, so we're gonna have some now. And it has a kind of yellowy color. I don't eat popcorn very often because sometimes it makes my skin break out, but I haven't had that experience with this before, so big fan. Yeah, I really love this popcorn. It's super tasty. Next item we're gonna try out are these cheesy garlic croutons from Kelly's. Really interested to see how these are. I don't think bought croutons since I've been vegan. I've made croutons before, so let's see how they are. These also have nutritional yeast as one of the seasonings, so I think these are really tasty. They're really buttery. They're not as cheesy. I think they're more garlicky, but these are really good. And I have a salad for one of our Green Chef meals for this week, so I'll definitely be adding this on. Croutons aren't really something I buy super regularly because I don't make a ton of salads at home. Actually, that's a lie, I do. I just don't make a ton from scratch. I'll do the pre-made bags, but I'll definitely add these on. Yeah, I'd recommend these. These are really tasty. So next item we've got to try out are these Love's olives. They are basil and garlic flavored natural green pitted olives. I'm excited to try these because I really love olives. They had a couple of different flavors at the store, and I'm a big olive eater, and I love little bags like this of olives because sometimes it just satisfies the craving. I usually get them at Italy, but they're just plain ones. So let's see how these flavored ones are. Really good, very tangy. Yeah, the basil is a little tangy, but these are really tasty. I think it's funny though, it says usually 2 servings per container, and I'm I'm gonna eat this whole thing. Not right this second. I'm gonna eat some more stuff first, but I'll be finishing this. And yeah, really, I like these as well. Olives are good. So I got a couple of different cheeses to try out. I've never tried anything from these brands, so I'm interested to see how they are. This first one is the Nuts for Cheese Super Blue. This is a fermented cashew cheese. It says Super Blue, shreds, slices, melts, spreads, True Blue Superhero with spirulina marble that convinces even the most seasoned palates. So on that note, I've been vegan for 6 years. I've spoken about this before, and I have talked about it a little bit, not really as much on social media. It's like some on Instagram, but my grandfather in the 60s opened a cheese shop, and it's like a cheese and specialty gourmet store. And it did unfortunately close in 2019. My dad was the owner. He took it over from my grandfather. So I grew up in the store and grew up spending a lot of time eating cheeses, learning about cheeses and everything, especially as I got older and I really started working there. So when I went vegan, that was definitely a little bit of an adjustment for my parents, particularly my dad. My mom is also Italian, so like meat and cheese is a really big part of just like, you know, the culture and like the kind of food that we ate growing up. So it was definitely a shock to them when I went vegan. And one of the biggest things, you know, that's hard to find is like really good cheese. And there are definitely a lot of like shredded and sliced and, you know, just like more traditional cheeses like cheddar, mozzarella, things like that. But more specialty and artisanal and like soft cheeses are a little bit difficult to come by, and they're definitely more expensive. In total on everything that I got, I spent $70. So shopping, I want to also make a note that like purchasing these kind of items is not necessary to be vegan. This is definitely like a splurge financially to spend this kind of money. And also I know that access to all of these kinds of foods are not for everyone, or are not available to everyone. I'm lucky that I live in Los Angeles and that there is a lot of, you know, obviously vegan restaurants and things like that here, but I know that's not the case for everyone that's vegan. So I want to make it clear that if you don't have access to these things, that it doesn't mean that you're like, you know, really missing out on that much. I think that these things are fun, but I don't eat like all these kind of like extra things all the time. So yeah, I'm interested to try out some of these though, these cheeses. So let's see how this looks. Interesting. So it looks like kind of green. You can tell it's spirulina, because it looks like a powder. Here's what it looks like. Interesting. It's very soft. I actually didn't get any crackers there because I had some at home. I had these Simple Mills ones, so I'm gonna eat this with that. You know, I have not had a vegan blue cheese, I don't think ever. This is actually really good. It's not as strong as blue cheese. I was a really big blue cheese fan. Like I loved blue cheese. I love the saltiness, like the tang. Big fan of blue cheese, which I know not everyone is, but this is definitely like a more mild option. So I would say that if you are vegan, or if you're not, but if you're vegan and you maybe didn't like blue cheese before, maybe give something like this a try because it's not as intense. It definitely still has like a little bit of a bite to it, but yeah, this is really good. And I like the texture. It's soft and creamy. I had this, it's been sitting out probably for like 10 minutes. And normally for cheeses, it's recommended that you leave them out for like an hour before you eat them. But I'm hungry, needed to film this. So we will see about trying that again later. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by that. So we've got another vegan cheese to try out. This is from Dairy Vegan Cheeses. This is a roasted garlic plant-based cheese wedge. This is gluten-free, probiotic-rich, soy-free, dairy-free. It says, we make fine cheese exceptional. Keep refrigerated, eat within 7 days. So it's spelled like dare, with the little accent over the E that I can't remember what that's called. But this company is based out of North Carolina, and it only has a few ingredients. So, and it's cashew based again, and so is that one that I just tried, the blue cheese. So let's try this one and see how it is. So on the first sniff, it definitely smells garlicky, and I'm a big fan of garlic. So yeah, let's see how this is. I'm gonna actually just cut a little bit off of it and try it without the cracker first. So texture wise, it's definitely firmer than that blue, but it is still like pretty soft, like it breaks pretty easily. So let's see how it is. It really melts in your mouth. This would be really good on a cheese board. I don't know about like slicing or anything like that with this because it is pretty soft, but this is really, really tasty. Wow, I really like that. We've got another vegan cheese here to try. This is from Good Planet Foods. This is the original plant-based cheese wedges. This says allergen-free, non-GMO, dairy-free, soy-free, vegan, lactose-free, gluten-free. And this is little portable wedges like, what the heck is it called? I'm not remembering the name right now. Why am I not remembering? Babybel? No, those are round little ones. Oh, like Laughing Cow. Like Laughing Cow cheese. This is what it looks like. So let's open up one of these little guys. Yeah, it looks just like those Laughing Cow cheeses. It has the little like pull tab thing you think you're supposed to use. Yeah, pull tab. So you open it up. Looks like this. They did have two other ones. I think one was like a garlic and herb and one was a pepper jack maybe. But I just decided to go with the plain one to see how it is. It definitely, this smells the most just kind of like a cheese. So that's interesting. The texture is actually firmer than the other two that I tried, but the flavor is extremely plain. I think it would be good to have like for on the go, if you bring your lunch to work or something. But I would be interested to try maybe like the flavored options instead and see how they are, because I like the texture. Like I said, I like that it's firmer than those other two that I tried, but the flavor is just like basically nothing. So not so sure about that one. Moving away from cheeses and into the treats category, I got two different kinds of chocolate. I got this Chomp Pop Star vegan milk chocolate with rice puff crunchies. Here's this. Milk chocolate is starting to be on the market a little bit more in the vegan space. There's definitely more coming out, like the Trader Joe's almond milk and the Trader Joe's oat milk ones are definitely more reminiscent of like a milk chocolate. I think that Hershey's is even like experimenting with doing a milk chocolate that's vegan. Dark chocolate is great and I love it, but sometimes like it doesn't really satisfy like the creaminess of a milk chocolate. So let's try this one out first. It says, chomp into a world of creamy and delicious milk chocolate without the cows. Our chocolate is made from bean to bar with sustainable cacao and plant-based ingredients. Join us as we enter a new era of chocolate without compromises. And they are based in Oregon. And this one does contain coconut, so if you have an allergy, but it's soy-free and palm oil-free. And what nut did it say? It's made with tiger nut flour. Okay, interesting. So it has the rice. I thought that the rice was going to be, maybe it is, but from the picture, it looks like the rice little puffs are just like on the inside, but they're actually on the outside. But it is like pre-broken into little squares. So let's get one of the squares off. This is pretty soft, but I did have it in the car for probably like 45 minutes. And then it's been sitting in the kitchen for a little while. So I would probably stick this in the fridge because I usually do that with chocolate anyway. But it is like pretty soft right now. Yeah, there's definitely not any of the little rice puffs on the inside. That doesn't bother me. It's like the same thing, I guess. But I think if the little rice puffs were inside, it would remind me more of like a Crunch Bar. I think that's what it's called, Crunch Bar. But they're not. It's still really good. I just think like texture wise, it might be like a better experience if they were actually in the chocolate and not on top, but it's just my opinion. So another chocolate that I've never tried before, this is the LiQWYD. This is Almond Bliss white confectionery bar with almonds. This did get a little messed up because it got wet from some of the other stuff that was in the bag, but this just has a few ingredients. It's from Vejo Good Food Inc. They're based in New York. Vegan, fair trade, organic, gluten-free, no palm oil, and eco-friendly. So we love to see that. I do like the packaging of this though. They had a couple other options of this as well. That's cool. It says this biodegradable packaging is produced with renewable materials made from sustainably harvested wood. I don't know if that goes for this paper as well, but it says that on the little plastic wrap. Or I guess maybe it's not plastic. So vegan white chocolate, another thing that I feel like I have had and does exist, but it's not super common yet. So I'm interested to see how this is. They didn't have any plain because I wanted to try that, but I'm fine with almonds. So let's see how it is. This is how I thought, because this has like the almond pieces actually in the bar. This is how I thought that the other one was going to be. So let's see how it is. I'm kind of on the fence with that one. It's good, but it's not super sweet and it's more nutty. I remember white chocolate as being like pretty sweet, so not so sure on that one, but it is good. And I like nuts in chocolate, so I'd recommend it. Yeah, it's just not super sweet, so don't expect that if you're gonna try it. Next up, we've got this Ufo Burger Sauce from Health Punk Organic Smart Food. This says, we've taken the best of everything and combined it into this awesome secret sauce that will take you to the impossible and beyond. Dip the fries, slather the vegan burger, dollop on small bites, and well, pretty much everything. And it says 2% of our GP is donated to support the Demeter biodynamic movement, whose principles are to restore, maintain, and enhance ecological harmony. And it says our tubes are infinitely recyclable, so please recycle. And this is organic, vegan, soy-free, no high fructose corn syrup, egg-free, no nasties, clean label for biodynamic agriculture and peace loving. And this is made in Switzerland. I think this is the first item that's not made in the US. So I'm actually just gonna try this like on its own. Is that gross? Because I don't have any burger right now. I am gonna talk about the last two items that I also need to cook. But we'll see how this goes. I do really like this packaging. It's pretty cool. It's all colorful and galactic looking. I'm just gonna try this on a little bite of cracker. Really, really good. I wish that I had like a burger or something, but this is actually really tasty and I'm excited to do, you know, what they said, dip fries and put this on burgers and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. And I find a lot of the times, especially I've talked about this before with Green Chef, which is the meal delivery service that we do like 4 nights a week. A lot of the time, well, not a lot of the time, but sometimes the recipes are vegetarian, and the thing that's holding it back from being vegan is that the sauce that it comes with has egg or milk or something in it. And sometimes I just like don't have anything to put on it, like something like an aioli, and I feel like this would be a good option. So definitely excited to try this out on like actual burgers and stuff and see how it goes. So the last two items that I've got here are things that I need to cook, and I'm thinking I'm gonna make them both in a little bit. So I will include if that is the case, and I do end up making them tonight because I wanna get this video edited and ready to go. Today, if I do end up cooking it, like I said, I'll include a clip of me trying it out in a bit, but this is the Omni Pork ground plant-based pork style ground meat. And this says for all cuisines, you can make meatballs or meat style balls, spring rolls, dumplings, pasta. And it says it's ready to cook in only 3 to 5 minutes. It does say best if used by June 7th, which is in like a month. It says keep frozen, so I feel like we'll probably use this up before then. But I've been really curious to try this. I have seen that it's started to come onto the market in like a couple of different places. And I feel like I did try this on something or like in a recipe or something, but I really can't remember if that's true or not, but I know I have not cooked it at home myself. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna use this in one of the Green Chef recipes that we have tonight. It's like a banh mi bowl. So I think I'm gonna cook this and add that into it. But yeah, I'm intrigued to try this and see like how it cooks at home. The picture that they have of it, like what it looks like cooked, kind of looks like rice. So that's interesting. We'll definitely see about like seasoning it and stuff and see how that turns out. So mac and cheese is definitely one of my comfort foods, and I'm really excited to try this. This is the Chicka dairy-free mac and cheese. This is organic chickpea lentil pasta with a creamy sweet potato and pumpkin sauce. Okay, let's make some mac and cheese. I'm excited to try this. Okay, I just smelled this cheese powder. I don't have the highest of hopes, so let's see how it tastes once we add it in. It's not terrible. I did add some salt into it. I think that helped because it definitely tastes better than it smelled before. But I think I'm gonna add in some of this Nutrit that I had. I did a taste test for one of the outlets that I write for. So I was doing like testing of different vegan cheeses recently, and this was one of them. I really liked it, so I'm gonna add this in because I don't have any just like regular nutritional yeast right now. So I'm gonna add this in and see if that helps a little. Okay, and let's try this new version with some of the Nooch added in. That's a lot better. Pretty good now that this is in there, because it actually tastes more cheesy. So yeah, I'd recommend that. The texture of the pasta is also good because some chickpea pastas, you know, they don't always cook super well, but this one was good. But you might need to season it if you want it to be like a little more cheesy. So just keep that in mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make, definitely a little on the pricey side, but it was really fun nonetheless. And I'm definitely gonna be going back to that store so I can try out some more vegan items. If there are any vegan foods that you want me to do a taste test of, I actually do them pretty frequently on my TikTok when new things come out at Trader Joe's and just like exciting things that I find. I'll usually do a taste test, but I felt like this called for a full sit down video since I was trying out a bunch of different items. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have everything linked down below, so hopefully you can find where it's sold at a retailer near you. Make sure that you are subscribed. You can hit the subscribe button down below and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And I will see you in my next video again really soon. Bye.